Explain to me the weird world we live in with our food and where it comes from. So right here, I'm in Florida. It's my feed station. It's been here for 5 years. Taking a lot of deer off of it, a lot of critters. There's my stand down there. Call that the guard tower. Well, the church brought the fire station a bunch of fruits and vegetables and bread and stuff. And I noticed we had like literally cases of it. Now we're going to throw it away. I put this out 3 days ago. Got my camera right there. 3 days ago. There's tracks all back here. I just filled the corn up again. They came to eat here, whatever. In what world do wild animals not eat grapes and apples? Especially deer. Hogs, wild hogs. We have a ton of wild hogs here. Got pictures of them. They haven't touched it. That is strange to me. Not even a bird has eaten any of this. Nothing. That's what you're putting in your body, folks. I don't know what it is. It's weird.
3 days it has not been touched, guys. You can't make this up. Maybe the animals are just on migration or they're hibernating right now through this season. It is a little bit cold outside. I'm trying to find the benefit of the doubt, but something is seriously wrong with the Americans, with the food today within the United States, guys. It is seriously. And don't get me wrong, there's many examples of this in so many different ways. And I'm not just talking about fast food. I'm talking about the food in general. And I got so many videos in here that are going to be breaking exactly what I'm talking about down, guys, because it is insane. But the fact that this food right here just sat here overnight for 4 days is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, yeah, it is apples, it is grapes. I mean, maybe certain animals don't eat the apples and the grapes, and maybe it looks like some corn as well, right? Here's some look like corn he got inside this the steel over here. But at the same time, yes, this is the state that we are, and I'm sure you guys have seen this video. I'm not gonna make a whole separate video about it. There's plenty out here. I'm just using this as a point. Let's check this out right
Chris
here.
K here with, you've heard about it, here it is, the Big Arch. This is something that we have tested already. It's in Portugal, Germany, Canada. I love this product.
Now, for context, especially if you guys don't know what this is the new product that McDonald's came out with. It's a brand new burger. I think they call it the Big Arch, and this is the CEO of McDonald's. I think he's about to do a taste test of the burger. Let's check this out.
It is so good. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch, just so you know. So here we go. First, holy cow. God, that is a big burger. We've got a very unique kind of sesame poppy sort of bun on it. We've got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious Big Arch sauce, and of course some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing, I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much to it. Oh, there's also some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out. All right, the moment of truth. That is so good. That's a big bite for a Big Arch. It's distinctively McDonald's. Only McDonald's could do this type of burger, but it also is unlike anything else on our menu. It's a delicious product. You know, you've got sort of the cheeses and the gooiness, but those crispy onions as well gives a nice texture. And of course, we've got the pickles. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my lunch, but Big Arch, try it when you can get it.
Now, this is going viral all over social media. And basically what people are saying is he barely took a bite. I mean, you can't even see the entire bite on this, video right here. And it looks like they even show, and you can see it even better right here. It's like a little small indentation that he made on it. Now, listen, at the end of the day, we can argue if he was going to eat the burger or not. I mean, I don't think he was going to finish the rest of his burger. I think he was just going to, this is all for marketing. Notice he said, this is a great product, right? This is a great product for you to eat. But in his situation, I don't even know if he really ate it. And it's funny how McDonald's also showed in this video, they showed a clip of him, I guess it's a different bite. It doesn't even look like the same bite that he took out of this sandwich, right? Like that looks totally different from what we just saw. But hey, I'm not here to negotiate or whatever the case is, right? And argue whether he took a bite or not. But at the same time, this shows you the state. Even the CEO knows that he can't sit right here and eat a McDonald's burger. But we've been knowing this for a long long time. We've seen the meat being made in certain factories. Like, we've seen this already. This is nothing new, right? But here's another example of what we're talking about when I say there is something wrong with the food within America today.
Here's what I say about American food, right? I bought this a day ago in a bakery. So it wasn't in the supermarket, it's from the bakery. Look at this, nice crusty loaf, so it looks. It's not real. Look, not one flake has fallen off of it. Trying to tear it is even harder. Imagine that.
Yeah, and I even think about the percentages of people in the United States that are currently overweight, guys. Like, this is seriously overweight, obesity, everything under the sun, right? You have 74% of American adults, 74%, guys. That is a massive number of American adults that are considered overweight. A figure that includes both of those who are overweight and those are obese as well. This is based on CDC data, and this also includes about 42 to 30 to 43% with obesity of BMI of 30 or higher, guys. This is insane. And I mean, when we talk about the food, and there are many different things, some people are considered overweight, but they're, I mean, really based on BMI is not really overweight, but this is all based off of numbers of people that are actually going to the doctor. So this could be higher. It also could be lower, but it also shows a testament to, you know, the food that we are being received within America. But at the same time, you can also practice discipline and also get food that are more whole, or get organic food if you are. But, you know, it's based off of choice, right? But this is another example. And this video right here truly blew my mind when I was watching this, guys. Let's check this one out.
So right now I'm going to show you guys what your bananas look after they get gassed. So we come here, open up our little door, turn on our light. These are the banana chambers. We're gonna come in here and check them out. Come up here, pull one out. Okay, so this is from the left side. And then we'll check our right side. So I actually pulled off a little hand so I can show you guys. So this is from the right side and the left side. See, on the right side, it starts to break in a little bit of yellow already. So these ones were gassed maybe like 3 days ago, maybe. And then they'll have another maybe 4 to 5 more days, but they'll get shipped out by today. So then by the time you guys get them at the grocery stores, they'll be more yellow and ready to eat. And then another thing, let me show you guys. We also have these little probes that go inside the bananas. This tells us the pulp temperature and the temperature of the banana. So that way we can determine when they have to go out. So yeah, that's how your bananas look after they get hit with some ethylene gas.
Yeah, and I was trying to do some more research and understand what is he talking about. He said they put gas on the bananas, but basically what he's talking about is it's a process called gassing a banana, right? It's the commercial process which they use at a lot of these factories where they use ethylene gas to induce and control its ripening after harvest. So they're trying to make it more shelf ready for a lot of the Americans. That's why when you get it on the shelf, a lot of them is already yellow versus the green ones. I think the green ones, if you just leave it, it takes a little bit longer, but it is basically just allowing the fruit to become soft and sweet within a specific time frame, basically 4 to 8 days. Now, I don't know if you guys want a gas-induced banana. I mean, hey, be my guest. I don't necessarily know. I mean, we still eat it. I guess we're all fine technically, right? We're not sick, or not that we know of, but you know, it's just, it makes you question a lot of things that we see right now around the world. But I don't know if other countries do this, or is this just a United States thing? You guys let me know in the comment section below. Like, I'm not trying to say, oh, we're all poisoned, we're all sick, and all these different things. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, this video, I think, is technically talking about that, but I'm not making any bold claims. I'm just watching the videos, and it's just got me thinking, like, gosh, I want to just like grow my own garden, you know, like I want to grow my own food. I want to, you know, build my own things versus trusting the system. That's truly what this video is making me realize, that I'm gonna get that start. That's gonna be my goal by the end of 2026.
I grew up in Switzerland and no one believes me when I say the American food system is rigged. I used to eat pasta, pizza, everything, and live the most sedentary life in boarding school ever. And I was skinny and fit and I looked great. Okay, then I moved to America, become so active. I became a runner. I started eating like gluten-free. Like I literally counted my calories and I gained 30 pounds. It is not the European lifestyle, it is the food itself. Food in Europe is just nutritious. Like you'll eat pizza and it's actually nutritious for you because of the grains. But then you come here to America and you have flour and it's just literally bleach. You're eating bleach.
Yeah, and I was waiting for the context of why did she gain weight, right? Because she was saying she was running, she's athletic, so yeah, she did go deep into it, and she did say she was counting her calories and all these everything. So yeah, I mean, it just depends on the situation. Everybody's situation isn't the same. Some people already have their garden. Some people are already buying organic food. Some people are already, I don't know. It's just insane. It's just a topic that I want to open the room for discussion. We may make separate videos about this later, but at the same time, this is just what people are talking about right now as we speak. Y'all let me know what you think about this within the comment section below.